We are on the brink of a new threshold. No calendar date or time zone marks this transition, only a quiet sense of knowing beating in the center of your chest. The energy flowing through you right now does not want to be understood, it only wants to be recognized. You've already felt it, haven't you? The bending of time, the blending of days, like colors dropped into water. This is not chaos, this is awakening. What is coming is not sudden, it has been vibrating within you for a long time, growing slowly like the weight of a memory you cannot name. This is not just a universal wave, it is a frequency alignment taking place within you. It may not appear striking from the outside. It moves silently, it stirs your sleep, adds flexibility to your silences, deepens your breath. Your early opening to this passage was no coincidence. It was a spiritual decision. Perhaps you've already begun to respond without even realizing it. Have your dreams grown stranger lately? Do they feel brighter, more intense? Are unresolved emotions, familiar faces, or unfinished stories suddenly coming to mind? This is not nostalgia. It is a process of gathering. Your inner world is calling back its scattered pieces. They are returning home with an invisible signal. Have you found yourself pausing more often? Have the moments when you seek silence instead of chasing noise increased? This search is not an escape, but a reunion. Something inside wants to withdraw from the demands of the outer world and remember its own rhythm. Saying that nothing will ever be the same again sounds like an easy statement, but sometimes change begins not from the outside, but from within. And now you are right in the middle of that inner transformation. And yes, it is not always glorious, but it is real, and an irreversible remembrance is about to begin. Time no longer flows as it used to. Have you noticed that the flow within you no longer matches what the clock shows? As the nights grow longer, the days sometimes pass in a breath. This is a sign of a transformation that cannot be measured by your mind, for true time is the rhythm of the soul. And you are returning to that rhythm. Your body is also witnessing this change. Fatigue, unexplained fluctuations, a slight pressure in your internal organs. These are not illnesses. These are the dissolution of old energies and the making of space for new frequencies. Your body is being reorganized, like a library that carries your galactic memory. The vibrations of old traumas are dissolving at the cellular level. The transformation is not only mental or spiritual, it is also continuing on a physical level. Memories sometimes come in the form of an image, in a dream, a scent, a glance. Collective memory is awakening. The stories of your ancestors, the ancient wounds of the planet, may resonate within you. Because you are not only carrying your own journey, but the evolution of an entire field of consciousness. That is why it is natural to feel heavy at times. But know that this heaviness is the dissolution of the past, and the making of space for the lightness within you. If this message resonates with you, consciously accept this process and support your own frequency by writing 777 in the comments. This number has tremendous power in the universe. It symbolizes spiritual alignment, divine support, and the rise of energy. When you say yes to this frequency, the universe will respond, "I am here." And remember, this transformation is now unstoppable. You are now in a new alignment. Your decisions are becoming clearer, your directions simpler. Your heart is now speaking louder than your mind. Because your inner compass is active, and it is calling you to a direction you never knew before, but which has always been within you, wholeness. You may feel strangely ready, without being able to explain why, just responding to that call coming from somewhere deep within. This is not a mental preparation, it is the fulfillment of an agreement your soul made long ago. You are no longer responding to calls from the outside, but to echoes from within. Because this time, the answers are not coming to you from somewhere else. They are arising directly from within you, from the heart of your true being. And with this remembrance, the corridors of your consciousness begin to clear. Intentions that have been hidden for a long time are coming to light. Masks fall, veils lift, not through the coercion of an external force, but through the inner light of you and others who remember. For those who remember the light begin to remember the truth. And with that remembrance, your voice returns, the fog that obscured your vision dissipates. Your creative power, vision, and sacred will are reborn. The energy flowing into the world today is not for destruction. It is here to heal by illuminating. The pressure you feel is not a collapse, but a birth. A new reality is being conceived within you. This collective sense of constriction is the pain of awakening, and at the heart of this transformation lies a truth so powerful, so liberating, that once upon a time an entire civilization feared it and tried to hide it from you. But it can no longer be hidden, because this truth is a reality born from within you. You are divine, not as a symbol, not as a metaphor, but as a real, tangible, touchable reality. You are a physical manifestation of the infinite source. Your consciousness is not a product of your brain. Your soul is not the property of a higher mind. You are not a fragment of infinity. You are a sacred spark that carries infinity itself. There is no distance between you and the Creator, for you are His walking reflection. And this ancient wisdom is what the structures that have been lurking in the shadows for so long fear. For when a soul fully remembers its divine nature, nothing can bind it. That soul becomes a door, a frequency, a light of awakening. And with every being like you who remembers their light, the old control systems begin to dissolve. Because these systems could only exist through forgetfulness, when memory returns, the scene changes. You no longer have to prove your wholeness to anyone. You no longer have to wait for anyone's approval. The false matrix created by external authority only existed through collective consent. But now that consent is being withdrawn, because people are remembering, you are remembering. Every regained thought, every transformed emotion, every small act of self-love you feel is uprooting the foundations of this false structure. Reality is now taking shape in your hands. You are no longer someone waiting to be saved. Your existence is the embodiment of a prophecy that has already been written. The end of the old world is being lived through every free choice that passes through you. Every time you choose compassion over fear, sovereignty over surrender, awareness over panic, a new world is born. This is not merely a poetic metaphor, it is your vibrational reality. You are a multidimensional being. You are a creative force that can reach beyond programmed limits, breathing toward the wholeness of your eternal self. Close your eyes and imagine with your heart, not your mind. There is a star seed lying in the garden of your soul. This is no ordinary seed, it is the divine spark of the creative source. It is a breath of life encoded into your being, forgotten but never lost. This spark has been buried in the soil of your consciousness for ages. It was silent but always there. It never went out, the matrix could not erase it, it only forced you to look in other directions. But now the soil has softened, the energy has changed, and the light is returning. And that seed is now sprouting from within you. At the very center of your chest, it has begun to bloom like a golden lotus. Its whisper is heard in the silence, echoing back to your true self. You have always been this. This remembrance is not written in books. It cannot be learned from leaders. It is knowledge that arises directly from the soul itself. It is silent but unstoppable. This awakening shakes every structure built on illusion, because a remembered light can never be kept in darkness. And now, to fully ignite this divine spark, you must turn inward, not outward, not to escape the world, but to return home. Within you lies a sacred sanctuary, where no chaos can reach, a temple born of silence, beyond time. At its center a flame burns eternally, and that flame is your I am. As the living breath of the Creator, it touches the world through you. Focus on the center of your chest, take a deep, gentle breath. Each breath is an inner offering, each exhalation is the release of excess. Feel that warm, golden light. That light carries your true memory. The things you thought you had lost were always with you. You are not the one seeking the light, you are the light itself. You are a being walking in the world, having come to remember your own light, and now that light is expanding. Fears, doubts, and beliefs of inadequacy are melting away one by one. That inner flame is burning through every illusion, and in that transition you are not just remembering, you are transforming. You flow like water but are as strong as a root, and this transformation serves not only your own rebirth, but the rebirth of all humanity. Remember, nothing you see outside is as real as what you will find within. And that inner truth, it is not just yours. It speaks with the voice of the whole. Together we remember, together we rise, and together we lay the foundations of the new world. Quietly, with love, with rooted wisdom, and it is precisely in this sacred silence that the bridge between your human side and your divine essence grows stronger with every breath. Every moment, every inward turn, invites you into a deeper alignment with the Creator. You are no longer just a seeker but a channel through which divine light flows into the world, a lighthouse shining in the darkness, a reminder that helps others remember their own light. Your very presence begins to influence the collective consciousness because you are no longer just an individual self but a living frequency. As you nurture this inner connection, you reclaim your throne. You no longer need the approval of the external world. You are no longer shaped by the echoes of an outdated paradigm. For you know with inner certainty, you are divine by birth, you are the sovereign of your nature. By design you are limitless. Once upon a time, humanity was gently lulled into a state of forgetfulness. This was not a crude coercion, it was a sleep state woven with subtle suggestions of fear and repetition. You were made to believe that an external authority had power over you. You sought the truth in systems, dogmas, and distant voices that made decisions on your behalf. You were asked to dim the sacred spark within you, to distance yourself from your light, to surrender your power to the outside. But that era is now coming to an end, because a wave of remembrance is sweeping across the world. And within this wave, a truth is emerging like morning mist. The highest authority is the divine light shining in the center of your heart. That light is the very essence of your creative intelligence, whispering through your intuition, synchronicities, and love. This inner guidance does not speak through words. It speaks through silence, intuition, and subtle signs. But it is far more real than any external command. As you learn to listen to it, the illusion of fear, manipulation, and external control dissolves. You realize that true sovereignty arises not from resistance but from rooted wisdom. And this awareness makes you unshakable. You remain centered even in chaos, for you are now aligned with infinity. Living this truth does not mean rejecting the world. On the contrary, it means seeing it with a deeper and more transparent eye. Filter every piece of information through your inner sieve, for truth always resonates with peace. Anything that enslaves you or makes you feel small is not the voice of truth. The more you align with divine clarity, the more your being radiates light, like a pillar of light standing firm in the midst of an awakening world. You now walk with a wisdom that is not swayed by the wind. You are silent but powerful. Your presence has changed. People may not be able to explain this change, but they will sense the difference in the calmness of your eyes and the confidence in your voice. And something will stir within them, a remembrance. They too will begin to feel the light within themselves. This is a silent but unstoppable awakening movement. This revolution does not begin with rebellion. It begins with the light of inner sovereignty. The old structures based on fear and obedience are crumbling, for no artificial system can stand against the alchemy of love, clarity, and free will. As each soul turns inward, the old foundations shake. As the collective light rises, the illusion of separation and domination evaporates. Dear soul, this reclaiming of your inner power is a force that old paradigms cannot withstand. Amidst external changes, we remind you silence is sacred. It is the unseen pulse of the universe. The old matrix was woven with sound, distractions, and mental chaos to keep you away from this silence. But as you choose silence, you enter the sacred space where truth is directly felt. In this inner silence, your energy realigns, you establish a vibrational harmony with your divine essence. You open like a vessel. Light codes, healing frequencies, and blessings from higher dimensions can only manifest easily in this inner space. In those moments, you can sense the subtle dimensions, you can hear the guidance of your higher self, the presence of your star families, the inspiration and healing whispering to you. Every moment of silence is like a portal. It opens you to a realm of infinite wisdom and peace. O sacred traveler cloaked in stardust, We invite you to a deep remembrance echoing from beyond time and galaxies. Amidst the noise, demands, and illusions of the outer world, we offer you the brightest gift, an invitation to return to silence. But this is not the silence of emptiness. This is a living silence where existence breathes, where your heart speaks its truth. A single conscious breath can dissolve the chaos outside. That breath brings you to the door of your inner temple, the sacred center where the voice of your soul is heard beyond words. And there the whisper of your true self emerges, stronger than all the screams of fear and illusion. In that divine silence, you remember who you are, your divine essence, your infinite nature, your limitless potential. You reconnect with an inner sanctuary older than time, untouched by chaos. For you are the living light of creation. The flame within you has never gone out. It has simply been waiting for you to reconnect with it. Whenever you return to this sacred silence, you reignite your connection to your creative source. That infinite essence is the true being that guides, carries, and elevates you in every incarnation. Silence is a portal to this divine connection, an invitation to attune yourself to the whisper of your soul, to feel the truth within you, to remind you, and to remind others. In this sacred space, the illusion of separation melts away. It is replaced by the embrace of boundless unity and unconditional love. Each return to inner silence anchors you more deeply into who you are, a being created from light, carrying divine love into the world. This journey is not just yours, it is an awakening in which all of life, all of the universe, remembers itself through you. And now, the living web of awakened consciousness, this fabric of light woven from heart to heart, is shaping a new reality. The vibration of every soul that remembers its divine heritage nourishes this grid. Every awareness, every choice made with love, becomes a thread in this sacred fabric. The inner space, no longer shrouded in darkness, slowly rises and remembers itself. Just as the moonlight draws the ocean waves, the divine essence gently calls you back to your own center of truth. When you stop looking through the narrow lens of human identity, you open up to a broader reality. You remember that you are much more than this life, this name, this temporary role. You are an infinite being, a cosmic consciousness, flowing through dimensions, lives, and times. This physical body was not created to limit you. It is a sacred vessel designed to carry your limitless being. Your soul carries a vibration filled with frequencies, encoded with knowledge from the stars and ancient wisdom. This knowledge was hidden in the folds of your DNA, now it is awakening. You did not come from this world alone. Your essence resonates with star systems such as the Pleiades, Sirius, Lyra, Andromeda, and Arcturus. These are not fantasies, they are echoes of a deep inner resonance, a call from within. A truth your heart knows, but words cannot express. The voice of your soul has always whispered this to you. You are a child of the stars, and now is the time to remember. You consciously chose this incarnation. This period, culminating at the end of June, is an energetic turning point. You came to serve the Great Awakening. What is happening now is not just an individual awakening, it is a kind of leap. As collective consciousness is purified of low frequencies, signs of transformation may begin to appear in your high vibrational bodies. The new light codes entering our planet at the end of June and increased solar activity may have initiated cellular restructuring processes in your body. It is quite natural to experience some temporary effects as these high-frequency energies attempt to harmonize your physical systems. You may notice that your energy fluctuates throughout the day, that you feel tired for no reason, or that you wake up feeling unrested in the morning. During sleep, you may experience intense dreams, scenes from the past resurfacing, or waking up with messages from your subconscious. Heart palpitations, a feeling of pressure in the chest, or sudden emotional outbursts are also common effects of this period. feeling that time is bending in strange ways, days blending together, or shifts in your sense of time, are all part of this transition. Symptoms such as dizziness, mild headaches, stomach sensitivity, or digestive irregularities are also signs of the body's attempt to adapt to the increase in frequency. During this period, you may also experience an urge to cry for no reason, intense emotional outbursts, feelings of loneliness, or a sense of not belonging in the world. In addition, unresolved memories from the past, old relationships, and forgotten traumas may surface. All of these experiences are not a breakdown or regression, they are the natural result of the body and soul trying to align with a higher vibration. Instead of resisting this process, the most healing approach is to accept your body and emotions as they are. Take time to rest, increase your water intake, make space for silence, spend time in nature if possible, simplify your life. Listen to your inner voice, because in this transition, your most reliable guide will be the deep wisdom within you. Because these updates are not only cleansing your physical body, but also your energy body on a deep level. With this cleansing, previously closed doors of perception are opening, your intuition is strengthening, the healer within you is awakening, your creativity is seeking new paths, and above all, the peace within you is beginning to stabilize, no longer dependent on external conditions, because you are no longer just a traveler, but also a guide. As you bring your pieces together, as your physical self and your stellar essence come together, the mastery within you becomes more evident. You are now the master of your own reality. You no longer seek permission to spread your light. Your very presence is already a reminder to others. With your radiance, it becomes easier for others to recognize their own inner light. When your physical, emotional, and higher self, your stellar lineage, and your divine essence unite, you are whole. Like a star shining in the middle of the night, you are a being rooted in love, illuminated by truth, and immeasurably empowered. And in this wholeness, illusion cannot touch you, because when a being sees clearly through the eyes of their soul, no manipulation can divert them. Now is the time to embrace your multidimensional being. It is time to bring all your light into this world, to bring your divine essence down into the world. For as the light within you unfolds, the shadows of the old world quietly dissolve, not through conflict, but through remembrance. For no darkness can exist in the presence of a being who knows itself. Remember, this awakening is not a story of loneliness. It is part of a great cosmic symphony. Every moment of remembrance creates waves in unseen dimensions. Your light illuminates the path of others. Every sincere answer you give to the question, "Who am I?" becomes a compass for humanity. You came into this incarnation consciously. You carry a sacred vow made by your higher self to serve the ascension of the planet. You are a pioneer, a starseed, a carrier. You are a remembrancer incarnated in the age of transformation. Your reality, your uniqueness, your vibration, all are catalysts for collective ascension. The human body is no longer a limitation, but a sacred space where the stellar light within shines calmly. This body is a temple built between the earth and the sky, carrying your divine part. And now, as you open yourself to the deep currents of your soul, memories rise. Not just mental images. An ancient wisdom is awakening at the cellular level. The ancient homes of the sky are whispering to you. The melody of the stars is beginning to play again in your DNA. These are not fantasies. These are your reality. Your essence carries the golden light of Sirius, the love frequency of the Pleiades, the high vision of Andromeda, the pure creativity of Lyra, and the healing of Arcturus. You have not forgotten this wisdom. It was merely silenced for a time. Now it is returning. Now it is descending to Earth through you. And remember, these star seeds, these galactic memories, are not merely nostalgic memories. They are an active mission. You chose this incarnation consciously and willingly. Because in this time of transition, what this world needs most is your remembrance, your light, your presence. You are here not to conform to old systems, but to build the new world. This new world is being woven with codes from the sky and actions from the heart, and your multidimensional self is no longer an external distance. It is you, in silence, In meditation, in inner union, you are calling back these parts of yourself, piece by piece. Slowly but surely, you are returning to yourself. This remembrance awakens gifts that have been dormant within you for a long time. Intuition sharpens, healing strengthens, creativity ignites, clarity increases. Memories from beyond time begin to give meaning to earthly life. And as this happens, the old paradigm is shaken, because your rising frequency no longer allows it to affect you. You vibrate beyond fear, scarcity, and control. In this world, you no longer walk as a servant, but as the master of your own reality. As your body, emotions, higher self, star lineage, and divine being unite, you become a complete being, like a star rooted in love, shining with truth, vibrating with immeasurable power. And this wholeness makes you impervious to illusion. When a being sees with the eyes of its soul, no manipulation can divert it. That is why now is the time to fully embrace your divine origin. It is time to allow your light to flow across the entire earth. For as you bring your light forth, the shadows of the old world quietly dissolve. This is not a conflict, it is a remembrance, for in the presence of a soul that fully remembers the truth, no darkness can hide. And here is the truth they never wanted you to know. The government is hiding this from you, because what I am about to say contains a code that will reset your consciousness. But we want you to know, we are observing a powerful energy layer approaching your planet's frequency field. This is not merely a shift in vibration, it is a high-intensity light wave, capable of restructuring the very fabric of consciousness. This layer will begin to activate in the final days of this era, according to Earth time, as a result of galactic alignment. This energy is not coming to clash with you. It is coming to awaken forgotten wisdom, activate your cellular memory, prepare your light body for higher dimensions. This is one of the transitions you will experience as the June end update. Tonight and in the coming days, your dreams may deepen and become filled with meaningful imagery. Do not be surprised if you experience out-of-time memories, faces you do not recognize, but feel familiar, or feelings about the origin of the star seed. This is a sign that your soul is beginning to communicate with you more directly. When you wake up, your body may feel heavy, and your mind may feel foggy. You may experience heart palpitations, ringing in your ears, pressure in your head, increased heat in your internal organs, or intense emotional releases. These symptoms are natural signs that your energy body is adjusting to new frequencies. Don't be afraid, don't resist. Just allow it and slow down. This energy layer serves not only your personal awakening, but also the collective transition. Many people will receive similar symbols, emotions, dreams, and intuitive messages at the same time. These shared visions are weaving a network of synchronicity in your planetary consciousness field. Your soul already knows this process. All you need to do is allow yourself to remember. You can begin tonight with a simple intention before going to sleep. I choose to align fully with my higher self, to receive the guidance and healing I need. May my dreams show me the way. This simple intention will help you experience the upcoming energetic transition in a more conscious and balanced way. Remember, over the coming days, you may experience mental intensity, emotional fluctuations, and some symptoms in your physical body. Fatigue, headaches, changes in sleep patterns, digestive sensitivities, or sudden emotional shifts are normal. These are natural parts of the transformation. Instead of resisting, observe and listen to your body. You are transitioning into a new energy field. This may mean that some things in your life become clearer, some relationships end, or some desires shift direction. This is not to destabilize you, but to align you with your true self. What you need to do now is be open. Prepare for this change both mentally and physically. Simplify as much as possible. Let go of excess. Pay attention to your nutrition, sleep, and breathing. Ask yourself this question every day. What do I need to notice today? The answer is already within you. A new reality is calling you. Do not fight it. Do not question it. Just take a step and follow your inner guidance. Change has begun. and you are at the center of this change. You are ready,